guys, here I was in the middle of nowhere, Minnesota, and on the side of the road, a Wagoneer. You can see through the floor right here. That's bad. Look at this thing. So I called the guy and asked him if he'd sell some parts off of it. Look at that. Look at that seat. Damn. Does it have select track? Does not. Look at that. That's so cool. The old handbrake. And it's got the mini console. The mini handbrake console. God, that's so cool. Never thought I'd have to shovel snow out of the inside of a car. How many miles you got? What? Is that 420,000? Oh my dear Lord. Yeah, no battery power. How do you, where's the button? That's the flashers. So, this is an 84 to 86 Wagoneer. I don't know what year it is exactly, because I can't tell. So I saw it on the side of the road, and I immediately pulled over, because I saw it had the 21 slot grille and the tail lights, the Wagoneer tail lights. And I basically just pulled into these people's yard, and they were pretty confused as to why I was here. But I got a phone number and I called the guy, and then he showed up a couple minutes later, and he sold me the grill, the headlight bezels, and the tail lights for $100. So from what I can tell, it has the 2.8 V6, which I've never seen before, so that's cool. It's an automatic, so that would be a 3-speed, and it's 4-wheel drive, so that would be NP231. It's and then I believe, yeah, Dana 35 and Dana 30. It had the engine replaced about 3,000 to 5,000 miles ago. He said if we pour gas in it and gave it a battery charge, it would start right up. But I'm not after the engine. I'm after this sweet, sweet 21 slot grill. There we go. Look at that beauty. Now it is frozen solid, but I do not see any cracks in it. Damn. That is a score. I thought in order to get the bezels off, I had to take this thing off, but you don't. They were just frozen in place because it's so damn cold here. So the side markers are all cracked and broken and whatnot, but I know you can still buy these new on Rock Auto, so I'm not too concerned about those. Have a 21 slot grill and matching headlight bezels. See how this is doing. Somewhere down, is this a block heater? Where does this go? There we go, look at that. That's how you get this out of here. The poor Jeep had a mice problem, I was told. So that sucks. Clearly they lived somewhere up here. Oh yeah. Look at that, it's a block heater. Oh yeah, so here's the engine bay. I don't know what any of this is. But I do know that there's a lot of empty space. Look at this. You could fit an engine in this spot. Here, let me take these out. So this is the 2.8 V6. I've never thought I'd see one of these in person. But you can see it's got like 3 drive belts. Yeah, 3. Because this was before the days of serpentine. These are V belts. Focus, you damn camera. So instead of grooves, there's just one groove, and the belt is contoured in a way that centers it in that groove. The problem with these is you can't bend them backwards, which is why they have to use 3. Oh, there's a bunch of zip ties in there. So here's your air filter. I doubt I'm going to be able to get that off, but that would be cool. So there should be a tube that goes from here to right here. And that is where your intake is. It's just like a flat circle. This is just insulation from the hood. Which the fact that some of that is still there, honestly, is pretty impressive. So, we got what? Power steering. Oh my god, look how old that is. Oh, there's nothing in there. Look at that. Beautiful. I don't know what I expected. It probably hasn't run in 5+ years. He said probably 5 to 10 years. It's the last time it ran. We got a connector here for something. That's the blower motor. And the 4-wheel drive switch just chilling in the corner there. There's one exhaust manifold. It's so weird. That is so weird. 2 exhaust manifolds on an XJ. I cannot believe they were V6s in these. It just... The straight 6 is just so ubiquitous and everywhere. What the hell? Okay. Somebody who lived through the 80s, tell me why that's like that. This is a lid to my tote full of tools. Oh. You gotta do what you gotta do. So, yeah, this one's got a bit of a crack in it. Honestly, I'm fine with that. Should be the same to take it out as all years. It's about to say all prior years, but there's probably no prior years. But it's pretty damn rusty. So here's your trailer hitch. It seems to be a class 1 hitch. Call that probably a class 0 hitch though. My hand just about froze to that. So I can't really get too much of the underside of it. Here's your gas tank. The leaf springs are still in good condition. But that's a big old hole in the frame rail from what I can see. It does have the gas tank skid plate though, but I'm not about to try to get that. See what we can do. Okay. And that one broke too. Oh, damn. That does not look good at all. There's 2 for the brake lights, 1 for the turn signal, 1 for reverse. Huh. I hate to do it to your Wagoneer. Okay, I'm rapidly running out of daylight because it's like 4 p.m. But I have to. Okay. I have to sit in this thing, man. I had to. Well, you got either neutral or drive. That's all you get. It's really dark in here. Okay, so we got the 3/4 cluster. Yes. What is with this little... You mean to tell me this thing's got 420,000 miles on it? Something. There's no way. Oh, that poor thing. There's no way. Oh. Defrost. And the rear wiper. And there's the washer mode. That's so cool, man. Huh. Oh, look at this. It had AC, yeah. Oh, that's so cool. And here's your radio. I don't know if that's original. It does not look original to me, but it could be. I don't know. I'm not too informed on the earliest years, you know. Yeah. 420,000 miles? There's no way. I don't. This though, this is the mini e-brake console. So there's nothing underneath here. This is just your emergency brake. A mini console with a e-brake console without headrests. I'm pretty sure this is an 84. I'm pretty sure, based on just those things. Okay, we got oil change evidence. 2005. Expires 1996. Whatever that is. Washington County Parks. Okay, I gotta find out where Washington County is real quick. Okay, Washington County is down south by Minneapolis, by the border with Wisconsin. Are these lights? These ones? I think they are. Back seat, nothing too fancy. Honestly, thought about taking the seat, but I ain't got nowhere to put it. So that's that, man. Cigarettes? Hell yeah, bro. This is straight out of the 80s, dude. I'm having a stroke right now, trying. Okay. God, to drive this thing. Oh, and it's got a tilt wheel. That's what this is. Oh, it still works! There's no way I can demonstrate that with one hand, but... it still works! Wow. Alright, I took some time to melt away the solid ice on here. What can we make out of that, though? I can't really see it. So I did take some time to decipher the VIN. I paused the footage and zoomed in really hard, and these were all the letters and numbers I could actually make out. So it just basically confirms everything I figured out otherwise. It is a 1984, and it was among the first 34,000 XJs ever built. So that's pretty cool. That was the Wagoneer. I can't believe I found that. But I gotta get going now because it's probably like 10 degrees out. So I'm gonna load up all this and get on my way. The poor thing hasn't run in a little while. Yeah, that's one thing I'm concerned about. This headlight bezel has this strip on the top here. This one does not. That was a thing they changed through the years, and I don't know when, but this is not the original header panel. Now this doesn't have that on the top either. What do you think? Doesn't that look pretty cool? What's up with that? Huh. Looks interesting. Should I put it on upside down? I think that just looks stupid. Alright, here's what's going on, boys. I think that looks pretty damn good. The problem is these damn headlight bezels changed at some point. This is not so great here. Aside from it missing that top strip, these ones have mounting holes in the corners over here. These ones do not. There's nothing to attach it aside from the other two screws. And then this thing doesn't thread into here either. So there's no way that's going to stay. Now, I was fairly certain it would, but I gotta remember this header panel's been replaced before. So this is probably a 90s header panel on an 80s truck, which is why I'm having some difficulties here. You can see the paint doesn't match because previous owner rammed this thing into a tree. So either I'm gonna have to get a new header panel, or I'm gonna have to get different chrome headlight bezels. But other than this, I think the grille, even missing this, I think it still looks good. I like that so far. So I guess the whole basis for this otherwise pretty unimportant video is this graph, this table right here. So my truck's in 87. 87 was an interesting year because that is effectively, it's like an in-between transition year from AMC, which a lot of people considered to have gone to 87, and Renix, which a lot of people considered to have started in 87. So the AMC era ended here, but the Renix era started here. So here, the 87 is kind of like both of these eras at the same time. It's kind of an interesting year. You have some traits that are shared with the AMC platform, and you also have a lot of things that are mostly shared with the Renix stuff, which, you know, makes sense. The first 3 model years of the Cherokee and the Comanche here, you know, obviously there was no MJ in these years, had a 10-slot grille. But what a lot of people don't know is the 10-slot grille also ran into 87. This is one of those things that lasted into the Renix era from AMC. So 84 through 87 trucks will have a 10-slot grille. After that, it's all 8-slot until 1997, when it went to 7 slots. So the Wagoneer was pretty unique also, in that the first 2 model years of the Wagoneer had a 21-slot grille, and then they switched to that kind of quad, like the 4 headlight thing, the, you know, pretty Wagoneer looking after that. So the 21-slot grills were only ever on the first 2 model years of the Cherokee XJ Wagoneer, which there were only about 40,000 of them made, give or take 10 million. There was not very many of them made. The reason I wanted a 21-slot grill is because I actually wanted a 10-slot grill. Now that doesn't make any sense whatsoever, but the reason my 87 truck has an 8-slot grill is because it has a 90 whatever something header panel on it. So you have an 8-slot grill on an 87 truck, which is not original because, you know, the guy rammed it into a tree. So, you know, it broke the original header panel. So I've always wanted a 10-slot grill for the thing because it is an 87 and it does belong to this era. Now, when I saw the 21-slot grill, I was like, listen, I could totally have a 21 slot grill. Why not? Why not? Because it's also kind of like from this era over here. So now I have a 21 slot grill, but I don't know. I wouldn't be opposed to having a 10 slot grill because there weren't very many MJs with the 10 slot. Anyway, yeah, that's the video. That's why I did this. If I do manage to find a 10 slot grill in the future, I probably will sell the 21 slot grill because I know there's probably a handful of Wagoneer guys out there who actually need it. But as for right now, that's pretty low on the priority list. So with that, I'm going to stop talking now. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.